And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter along with Keith Fusel. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. We have a big 10-race card out here today. Our famous Thanksgiving giveaway, the free pie giveaway. Come on out here if you're sitting at home watching us for the early show and getting annoyed by family already. Well, come on out here to the track. Special first race post time, 11:25. You can come out here, enjoy the live races, get a free holiday pie, a pumpkin or apple pie, one pie per person. Then you get home in time for dinner and the games and all that good stuff. Big Redskin Cowboy game later on at 4:30. Pies will be distributed until 4:45 today from the grandstand entrance. What's your favorite Thanksgiving Day pie? You a pumpkin or apple pie guy, Keith?
I do lean apple. I got the sweet
Apple.
side. Yeah, but
right.
listen, I'm not going to turn down a pumpkin pie either. No shot.
All right, so we have a nice card today, nice whole weekend. We have the Guys' Day out tomorrow, Stronach 5 tomorrow, 2 stake races for you on Saturday. But let's show you what we have today. Couple nice carryovers today here for our 10-race program. The Rainbow Pick 6 is going to start race 5 today. That carryover a little over 1,500. Then the late pick 5. I like the late pick 5 today. That starts in race 6. I have a key horse in race 6 to kick it off. So late pick 5, nice carryover, a little shy of 4,300. That starts in race 6. Let's show you a picture of the main track and get to some handicapping. We have a half sibling to a Derby winner in the finale today, so we got to get to the races. There's the main track, a fast track. Turf is done for the year. The main track looks perfect, doesn't it?
Looks good to go. Yeah, they kept it in great shape, dealing with all the elements that we deal with here in the wintertime in the Mid-Atlantic. So yeah, track is fast. Should play pretty honest. It has been for the most part for a while now.
All right, so we're in the 30s. A little chilly today, but it's dry. No rain, no snow. The sun is out. Come on out here. Enjoy Thanksgiving with us. We have a Thanksgiving buffet in the terrace dining room. That's 11 to 3. Children 5 and under eat free at the Thanksgiving Day buffet. Let's get right to it here. Race
I know
one.
one thing, Stan. My family better be bringing a buffet back to me today. Yeah,
They're
heading out to the relatives, eating good. I said I don't want to see some little leftover plate.
Right,
I want to see a monster. Give me 2 or 3 plates.
extra
I'm
stuffing.
going to be starving.
Extra stuffing.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Race one's going to kick off that rolling super high 5. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, low 15% takeout. I think the super high 5, the last race Sunday, paid almost $20,000. So no carryover today. We start fresh in the first race for the rolling super high 5. Also, race 1 kicks off your early pick 5. Both your pick 5s here at Laurel Park, your best bet with that industry low 12% takeout. It's a mandatory payout on this early pick 5 starting in race 1. Let's get right to it. Race 1, we're going a flat mile, claiming 16,000. Filly mares 3 and up, never won 2 lifetime. My top pick here in the opener, the 586 Mets for trainer Kelly Rubley. Jevion Toledo on this 3-year-old filly by Colonel John. She's been banging heads against 25,000 starter allowance company. Didn't run well last out in the slop at all. I think just forget about that race. It didn't run very well early October or either, but a big effort on the main track mid-September against much better. I think the 586 Mets gets back into good form today on the class draw.
Well, if she can revert to that race, the 3-back race, she absolutely gallops in here. If you don't want her for 16 today, go get her. If not, I saw that she's entered in the catalog for Fasig-Tipton.
Okay.
The sale coming up in a couple of weeks. So 86 Mets has been facing a little bit better. I think she's tactical enough in this group that she's going to stay around. She'll be sitting there on or just off the pace with Toledo. I go to the 6, Janelle Dreams, a little bit higher price. I like the improvement in form for Janelle Dreams. She looks like the filly that's just going to keep on charging. She's got that grinding style. I think this race will come back to her. I think she can get up late under Ruiz.
Yeah, a nice rider change going from a bug rider to a journeyman here with Jorge Ruiz. So 5-6 for me, 6-5 for you. We both like the 7 as well. Still sexy.
Yeah.
At 60 for trainer Noah Abrams. And a decent second at this level last out with Katie Davis. You know Katie Davis is going to give this filly a good ride going to that second wire. The 7's going to be coming late here.
Yeah, she topped out last time, second off the claim. She's another one that's going to make it a run from mid-pack. She doesn't have a ton of early speed. She's going to have to navigate a little trip, save some ground around the turn. But certainly, if she can pair up the number, the 49 buyer, that's going to be the kind of a number I think that's going to win this race.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 2. You like the early pick 4. That starts in race 2. Let's check out your ticket and see how you played it.
a little cheapo ticket here today. We've been right around it on these pick fours.
Right.
So if you just add in a little bit, we caught one the other day for $3. So let's come back. $13.50 going to get you the ticket. 246 to get you started. Try on Wings going to be a short price in race 2. We're going to go ahead and single the 6. Throw the Fade. That horse looks like the goods in here for Englehart. 4th race, we go 3 deep with the 2. A little bit of a price play at 10-1 on your morning line. The 6, Taco Supreme, and the 8, 2 Blave, who's going to get a great setup in here, but 2 Blave, 2 for 31. 5th race rounded out with the 3, 7, and 12. Bovuk's going to need things hot and heavy.
Yep.
I would have liked to see this race at 6 furlongs. 5.5 might be a little too short, but he's a price user in leg 4 of that early pick 4.
Yep, I like Bovuk. You get Trevor McCarthy on the 3 Bovuk today in race 5. Let's take a look here at the first leg of this early pick 4. Race 2, maiden claiming 10,000 for 2-year-olds going a flat mile. I end up on the 4 here in race 2. You like the 4 on top as well. Trying Wings for trainer Mark Schumann. A real good effort against maiden 25,000 company. 2 back going a mile at Delaware mid-September. Good second up there. Then they tried maiden special weight here at Laurel. That was just too tough.
Yeah.
Big drop today for the 4. Trying Wings. He's supposed to win today at this level.
He is supposed to. The 2-back try, he's right there with Bear Trap, who came back and ran well for 25. And even his last race, steadied early, just dropped back. That was a really speed-favoring day on October the 6th, and they just take the dive down in class. I think if he can kind of just revert to any of those other 3 races, Stan, he's going to get the job in this, get it done in this race. Short price, though, for Tryon Wings. Stat Schumann, he's only 1 for 14 the last couple years. Maiden special weight, the maiden claim. It certainly keys up against the right horses. And out of that last race, the last place finisher, Glad Dad, came back to win out of there. So I like Tryon Wings. Looking for a little bit better price. How about the 2 Big Z Littler? You're going to get reported first-time gelding.
Yep.
Lasix goes on. Tried a mile, tough distance to go first time out for any horse, much less a 2-year-old, but was caught wide. The Lasix goes on. A slight middle move. I see some improvement today for the 2.
Yeah, homebred for Chip Reed and Mike Zanella. Out of that good dam, they had Laurie Z's Punch, who was a nice race mare and a solid producer. So we both like the 2. We both like the 6 as well here. Pachin for Kevin Boniface. First-time blinkers last out. And 2-year-old by Mojave Moon ran his best race. That was against maiden 16,000. Now a drop back down to the maiden 10. He's well seasoned to run a big race today, second-time blinkers.
Yeah, and he made a sneaky good move into the stretch. I remember calling that chart and just got a little squirrely coming through mid-stretch. He swerved out a little bit, got straightened, and continued willingly to the wire. Southern Rules second-place finisher, I believe, is I've got favored or slight favor for 25 later on this weekend. So Apache certainly fits second-time blinkers. Won't have to, we'll just have to kind of hold form to be a factor in here.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 3 features Brooks Robinson here at Laurel Park on Thanksgiving Day. Race 3, a maiden 40,000 claimer, 3-year-olds and upward, going 5.5 furlongs to 6. Going to be a popular favorite here as we have some families out here enjoying the early bird treats we have out here. Free coffee, free donuts this morning if you get out here early for the Thanksgiving card. The 6th, Throw the Fade for Jeremiah Englehart, who's stable down here at Laurel now. He's 47% winners. Vargas going to ride this 3-year-old son of Preakness winner Shackelford. Beaten favored last out against maiden 40,000 back in mid-August up there at Saratoga. Has been rested up, freshened since then. Finds a nice condition today. We both have the 6th, Throw the Fade on top.
Certainly comes out of the right races. That try back in August, right before the layoff. Second, beaten 3 lengths at a very quick time. Sprightly 15-3. Chased the whole way, was 4 lengths clear of a next out winner. You go 3 races down on the page. June the 8th, Fixed Income Larry, another Englehart runner. Came back 2 races later, run a good second in an A other than up in New York. So Throw the Fade has faced the right kind. I think his main competition is going to come from the 3, Dirty Foot. Robbie Bales, second time gelding, second time off of a layoff. Razor sharp in return. Really liked him last time out. Just suffered a tough beat after battling through some pretty good fractions around the turn. He's going to be forward a long way in here. One of these 2 in race 3. Maybe the upsetter, if anybody's going to come out of the clouds, the 5, Orient Point, off a long time. But a reported first time gelding today for Dove Houghton. the debut try back in August of 17, that was a good field. If you remember back, Pascal Fenton's Fort, Cord Maker is in there. Over her career, she's been okay with this kind of a layoff. About 21% is the Dove Houghton. So Orient Point might be that stranger that pops up and maybe splits you in the exact or upsets the apple cart even in the win.
I didn't use the 5, but we both like the 3 Dirty Foot. Good note you had there. He was a first-time gelding coming off the layoff last out and ran a lifetime best. So the 3 Dirty Foot sitting on a big race, but they all have to beat the heavy favorite here in race 3, the 6 Throw the Fade. How about can we see a little bit better effort maybe from the 1 Brooks Robinson? Didn't break well in debut, but gets blinkers on today. Second-time starter here for Jackie Savoy. Draws a tough inside post here with Ricardo Chappie.
He does, no doubt. He's going to have to step up dramatically if he's going to be a factor against a couple of these other horses. Throw the Fade, Dirty Foot. Dirty Foot showed a lot of promise, too, as a two-year-old. Looking against He Hate Me, she's on one more great time. So horses, old-time revival. Horses have gone on to do okay.
Right. All right, so nice maiden 40 there in race 3. Let's turn the page. We start the middle pick 4 here in race 4. A nice 25,000 starter allowance for 3-year-olds or 4 and up. Never won 3 is the condition here. We're going 6 furlongs. We both have the 6 on top. We have a video spotlight to show you of the 6 Taco Supreme. Here's the other comeback race. This horse by El Padrino had the summer off, came back at this level October 13th with a big effort.
Yeah, sitting just outside of Sonic Boom Jet, who had the lead turning for home, and Taco Supreme. Game as he could be every step of the way. They were rolling around there. Final time in 10 flat. Taco Supreme just couldn't get it done. Swinging Star, horse came rolling late, had a good setup in that race, came back to win, then subsequently didn't run too well, I think, in allowance company. But Taco Supreme, do I believe the 87? I don't know if it was that strong. Right. But Damon, off of this kind of layoff, second time off of a layoff, his horses hold form. He's 2 for 5 and 3 for 5 off of top fig, second off of layoff. I think this horse works. There's plenty of speed in here. He's going to lay close, but he's gritty. This horse I've always liked. I think Taco Supreme's going to be fine. I don't think he's really going to bounce terribly off of that big return try.
Yeah, he's 6 for 7 in the money here at Laurel Park. I have him on top. How about the 5 I use in my exact? A Trusting Friend, a big win last out. That was second off the claim for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. 74 buyer last out. Now, it was against 16,000 3 Life Company. He was a 3-year-old taking advantage of the dual condition there, and he's taking advantage of the dual condition here. He's a 4-time winner going against horses never won 3 for your leading trainer. You get Victor Carrasco. I think the 5 Trusting Friend could be tough here in the 4th.
And with all his speed, he looks like a horse that can be taken a little bit further back, too, and sustain a run stand. I don't have him in my top 4. He will be thrown in underneath an Exactus. Mr. Fix-It goes first off the claim for Kieran. Looks like he's going to be zipping right to the front. Cheese on adds the blinkers from the rail. Speed. There is an abundance of speed. Field advantage. So, to Blave, even though he's 2 for 31, he's even shown a little bit more speed of late. I think he was even too close to it last time. He's going to get that setup like he had 2 races back, so don't be surprised if he loops and swoops and goes on by. So Two-Blay's going to get a great setup today.
All right, so we both like some same horses there in race 4. Let's get a quick commercial break. When we come back, nice carryover today in the Rainbow Pick 6. That starts in race 5. I have a ticket for the late Pick 5. Nice carryover in that as well. That starts in race 6. We'll check all that out right after this.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
Spotlight on forced.
Okay, welcome back here. Today's 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starts in race 5. The carryover, $1,521 for the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 starting here in the 5th race. A nice first level allowance contest. 3-year-olds and upward going 5.5 furlongs. I have the 10 on top here. The 10 Sonic Boom E-Jet for trainer Claudio Gonzalez. You have the 12 on top, isolated. We have a video spotlight here of the 7 Force. We both like Force. Let's show you that race here. The 7 Force last out October 25th here at Laurel Park. A good second against Allowance Company
I
right
like
here
the
at
way
Laurel.
this horse digs in. There's a lot of heart. The Polar Jet up to him, home run maker, and this horse just digs in every step of the way. the final 16th of a mile. Very game, and he gets some relief today, Force, with the scratch of one more great time, who I thought was really going to pester him on the front end. With that scratch today down to the inside, Force certainly looks like he could be the speed of the speed.
We both tried to go against him. The 7 Force is going to be tough. I go with the 10 on top here. Sonic Boom Jet for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. Didn't like the slop last out of Parks. I think just draw a line through that race. But the race before that, this horse had won 2 in a row, had won 3 of his previous 4 before that Parks race. Look at a win October 13th here at Laurel against Starter Allowance. Big 87 buyer that day. Beat Taco Supreme and Swinging Star. Sonic Boomy Jet, I think, is going to get a nice trip. He'll be forwardly placed on the outside. Probably get a nice stalking trip under Kevin Gomez. He's a 3-time winner at Laurel Park. I'll take a shot with the 10 Sonic Boomy Jet at 6-1 on top.
Yeah, this might be the best group that he's faced so far in his 11th race career. So he's going to be forward. There's no doubt about it. And you saw from the video a couple races back. You know, he turned away Taco Supreme, a horse Swinging Star, next out winner. I like Isolated here for Goldberg. Goldberg, I always think, you know, here I think of turf. Yeah, he runs, you know, definitely more horses on the grass each year than Isolated, though. Sharp try. Dog it every step of the way on the turf, comes back to the dirt where he's got a 97 a few races back. I don't think he necessarily needs to lead. I like the way that he draws just outside the speed. I think he can sit outside of Forced and go ahead and wear him down. Ran
a real big race 3 weeks ago on the turf here at Laurel Park. That was coming back after having a couple months off. Now he's sharp, ready to roll. I use him. He'll get Toledo. He'll get a nice trip with that early speed on the outside. I use him third. We both like the 3 here. Bo Vuk, if there's a fast early pace, you know Trevor McCarthy, he'll start riding Bo Vuk at the half-mile pole. He will. We've seen him do it before. And this is kind of a lazy closer like that. You have to get after Bo Vuk. He always comes with a late run. Interesting rider change today to Trevor McCarthy.
Had to work through some traffic last time after breaking slow, but he is going to be well back early. I don't know if even Trevor can keep him within 10 lengths as they head into the turn. He's going to drop out of it, but there is an abundance of speed in here, and if my top selection Isolated can kind of go after Forced early, we might see that duel develop, which could set it up. He's going to be rolling late. I just don't know at 5.5 if against this group if he's going to be able to go. But you know what? Don't doubt Trevor. I can tell you that. Don't leave him out of your exactus.
You have an interesting horse on the top 4 there. The one, Wet Your Whistle, a big debut win on the main track here at Laurel against Maiden 40 back in July. Then went up to Saratoga, did the New York thing up there, but back to a track where the horse is 1 for 1. You're going to have to break sharp from the inside, just like he did in his debut back in July.
Yeah, did that move. A big effort in debut, then right to the turf. I would have, kept him on the dirt, but I'm no trainer. I'm just a chart caller, Stan.
Right.
That's it. We don't know a whole lot else other than that. Well, but anyhow, Wet Your Whistle had trouble that day. Made a couple moves. It was dead game to the wire. Yeah, he's going to have to step up. I don't think he's run quite as fast as these other horses, but I like the setup that he's going to get. He showed a good acceleration after trouble in debut. Turning back in distance, they don't give up on this horse. They're going to keep him in the allowance ranks. He is definitely a user. He may not win it, but in your exactus tries and supers at 10, 12 to 1, he's a user.
All right, turn the page here. Late pick 5 has a nice carryover. That starts in race 6. Today's carryover, $4,282 for the late pick 5. Just a little shy of $4,300. This will be well played today. Industry low, 12% takeout. Means more money back to you when you hit the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. I have a $48 ticket. Let's take a look. A big field here in race 6 to kick it off. And I'm going to key on my best bet of the day, the 12 Mo Focused, a 4-year-old son of Uncle Mo, coming back off a layoff for trainer Ollie Figgins. If this horse is ready to go, he'll clobber this field, but he is coming off the layoff. So he's been working well here at Laurel. You get Xavier Perez aboard. Had a big win last March here at Laurel Park. First time in the Ollie Figgins barn. So I'll single on the 12 Mo Focus to kick off my late pick 5. Race 7, a nice allowance race going 2 turns. I think you have to go deep in that race. I go 4 deep with the 1-7. 4-8. My top pick in there, the 1 Jump Jive and Whale is 6-1 with Trevor McCarthy aboard race 8. The 3 Glenn's Caper, I like it 8-1 in there. Claudio has the favorite, the 6 Got No Quit, who was the beaten favorite at this level last out. So the 6 could be vulnerable there. I'll use the 3 Glenn's Caper as well. Race 9, a nice 2 other than allowance feature of the day, featuring the Maryland Million Classic winner Saratoga Bob in race 9. I like the 7 Saratoga Bob, but I also like the 3 Divine Interventio, and the 5, my long shot in there. I think the 5 Great Bulls of Fire is going to run awfully well today, going 7 furlongs, same distance that he won. He beat bonus points in the Maryland Juvenile Futurity a couple years ago. I think Hammy Smith might have this 4-year-old back in good form today. So my long shot there in race 9, the 5 Great Bulls of Fire. Maiden special weight in the finale for 2-year-olds, going 6 furlongs to 3, Still Dreaming, a half-brother to Kentucky Derby winner Nyquist. I have him on top. I also like the 9 in there, Sky Magician, and a couple well-bred first-timers on the outside, the 12 Awesome Agenda, and the 13 Big Boots with McCarthy. So that's a nice maiden special weight to wrap things up.
Like to be able to almost hit the all button in the last race.
Sure.
Looking through, there were so many notes we could have kind of passed on about that race. A lot of horses bred to win early, mares that have produced. So, if you can kind of maybe grab a couple buddies, go a little deeper in that last race.
Well, let's take a look here at race 6. It's a claiming 5,000 for 3 and up. Haven't won a race since May 22nd or never won 4, going 6 furlongs. I had to do a double take a couple times here on the 12 Mo Focus, a 4-time winner. But his last win came last March, March 16th here at Laurel Park against Nickel 4 Life Company. He galloped that day by almost 9, strong 79 buyer. That was first off the claim for Ollie Figgins. Then they said, well, we got a nice Uncle Mo 4-year-old here. Let's give him some time off, rest him up, freshen him up. He's been working well here at Laurel Park. Couple 5-furlong workouts coming back to the races. He'll get a good trip with that early speed on the outside with Xavier Perez. If the 12 Mo Focus ready to go, he'll be a tough foe to be. He'll be a tough foe to reckon with in race 6.
Now, you have the late copy of the PPs, right? The final copy.
Yes.
Is he still in for the 5?
A Mo Focus, yes.
Yeah. So they didn't protect him with the waiver. That's the only thing that I was thinking on him, right? You couldn't offer that kind of layoff. He could have come back protected with the waiver and didn't. That would be the only thing. He's the speed. He's the horse to catch. He catches a big field, and nobody really wants to go to the front. I think it's fantastic. Is a user at a price here. Ann Merriman, Trevor McCarthy on. This horse has a race back in July over this racetrack against Better in Starter Company, where he kind of dropped back off the early pace, a late charge with some traffic. Showing a little bit more speed of late. Tossed the last in the Maryland Million. I think he gets sent into the race early and can maybe just track the speed of Mo Focus and pull a little bit of an upset in here at about maybe 5-6 to 1.
Well, you'll get a nice price. McCarthy, Merriman, 10 to 1. So
10 to 1. Yeah,
the top connections, big price there on the 6. I like the 9. Drive at Night just to come along late. He likes to rally late to get a piece of it. He's a 3-time winner at Laurel. Caramanos rides for Dilo DeVico. He was 3rd at this level last out. I don't know if he can win. I do use him on my I single on the 12 here because I just think the 9 will be coming too late. He doesn't like to win 0 for 6 this year, but he does like to pick up checks.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you're looking for anybody else, my buddy Taylor Jones, I know he's watching down there in Virginia. He had his cold turkey play of the day. He likes Jose Seaview. Originally it had used underneath. Yeah, the race might fall into his lap.
Sure, cutting back in distance for Kieran.
I respect the opinion.
Nice big field. You have Turbin.
Yeah, Turbin's interesting guy. We've got a 10-pound bug rider, right? Rebecca LeBar.
Yep.
He'll just settle and make a run. He's consistently faster than pretty much everybody in this group, save the winner. If the winner goes out and just whistles on the front end, but he's got a consistent charge at this distance. He's a check getter.
He's a bit erratic. He's a bit. You have a 10-pound bug girl here on a horse that kind of likes to do his own thing sometimes.
Yes,
but I believe this apprentice jockey works for the Gaudette Barn in the morning, so I'm sure she's familiar with the 8-year-old Turbin. So a nice big 14-horse field, beating Nickel Company in race 6 to kick off that late pick 5. Let's take a look here at the 7th race to kick off the late pick 4 here in race 7. A nice first level allowance contest, 3 and up, going a mile and a 16th on the main track. I have the 1 Jump Jive and Whale on top here, race 7. But we have a video spotlight of your top pick, the 4 Charge and Storm for trainer Jose Corrales, Kevin Gomez on this 4-year-old. A real good 3rd here at Laurel last out.
And navigates a trip. A little bit of traffic around the turn. The speeds dueling around the racetrack this day. And I believe they went ahead and went 1-2 Big City Blues and and Mandel. Big City Blues getting it done for the Gaudet barn. But you're going to pick this horse up now. Just kind of working through in between horses is Charge and Storm. Has to navigate through a lot of traffic. Is going to dive down on the inside you see in the green and then shifts in. This horse is okay here. I like Charge and Storm at 2 turns. The form that he's in, he's going to continue on gamely to the wire. Only beaten a neck when it's all said and done. You see him there in the green, just dive right to the inside through the final 70 yards just to miss. Stretching out a little extra distance doesn't bother me. I like his draw to the inside. He worked well from the outside at a mile. How about this stat here for Corrales over the last couple years? He's 30%, 11 for 37 off of a top vig going long.
Right.
And now going long, I should say. That works for me. Eagle Pass is going to be a short price for Linda Rice, probably the one to beat. The blinkers go on, finally catches for a fast track, which his breeding, he should be fine on that. But I like Charge and Storm. He's going to be in that 4-1, 9-2 range.
Yeah, Corrales having a strong fall meet. I like the 4 as well at a nice price. How about the 1, Jump, Jive, and Whale? A dead closer here for trainer Mary Epler, 4-time winner at Laurel Park. Gets Trevor McCarthy today. McCarthy, a good second on this horse, going a mile. 2 back against Allowance Company. Victor Carrasco was aboard last time. This horse is in good form. He's a dead closer. McCarthy can just hold the rails, take back, and come with a late run here on the 1, Jump, Drive, and Whale, my top pick.
Yeah, I think he's going to hope a couple things develop. Well, one thing develops. Pace up front, a contested pace would be good. Great country, a long shot stretching out here from the inside will probably go. And Mary's got Victory Chimes right to the outside, another speed type. So maybe that's going to be the deal. Those two try to go out, send an honest pace. Eagle Pass shouldn't be too far behind. But Trevor fit this horse to a T 2 races back. He just waited, and really rolled home well the final 3/16 of a mile. Yeah, Jump, Jive, and Well. He can get the distance. He just needs a little bit of help up front.
All right, so we both like the same 4 horses there in race 7. Let's turn the page. Race 8, a maiden claiming 10,000. 3 and up, going a flat mile. The favorite here is going to be the 6, Got No Quit, but beaten favorite at what, 1-5, 2-5 last out. Going 7 furlongs against maiden 10. Now stretches out to a mile. He just might be the fastest horse that staggers home to the second wire here. But I'll go with the closer, the 3, Glenn's Caper. Liked going long on the synthetic at Presque Isle, and ran a good third at this level, going a mile back in early October. Tried sprinting the last couple races and rallied in both those races to finish second and third. I think the 3, Glenn's Caper, gonna like to stretch out back to a mile today gets Forest Boyce today.
Yeah, you don't like that. Beat at 20 cents to the dollar. And a horse I wish I was special. Really had a whole lot of cred coming into that race. I think went off at like 6 or 7 to 1, but I stick with Got No Quit. They're going to be a heavy favorite again. You see the November 9th race. Well, a couple of these other ones ran on November 9th, and he was clearly faster. He's going to have to regress 3 or 4 lengths to get beat. Not saying it can't happen. I'm going to use him. I think he's going to hold decent form here for Claudio Gonzalez. What a hoot's kind of a stranger here for Hammy Smith. Like this horse the other day. I think that was the day we ended up not running, but what a hoot. Got better on the turf. I know he's got finish.
Yep.
Data Link's okay. I wish this track was a little bit off because Data Link's a little bit better on a muddy surface. But what a hoot. This is an interesting move here before the end of the year for a horse that was showing improvement on the grass. So I'll use the 7 as a price user.
All right, so I just go 3-6 in that race on my late pick 5 ticket. Let's turn the page. Race 9, a big feature of the day. A nice 2 other than allowance condition optional, claiming 35,000, 3 and up, going 7 furlongs. I have the 5 on top here. The 5 is Great Bulls of Fire, a 10-1 shot. We'll get to that one in a second. Let's take a look at your top pick, the 2 Cord Maker I didn't use. Here's the race, November 10th in the city of Laurel. This was coming off a layoff last out for the 2 Cord Maker.
Yeah, this is a quality field. Majestic Dunhill pulled the upset, came flying from the back of the pack. You're going to see Cord Maker break from the outside. The 9 post drifts in a little bit, then forced out at the break. He settles in, and here's the top of the stretch in the white cap, in the brown and white colors. Had a little bit of traffic at about the 3/16 pole. He shoots to the inside and works between horses. I thought this was an encouraging return effort. He's willingly to the wire. You see Majestic Dunhill is way out in the center of the track to go ahead and get up. Cordmaker got just what he needed. He comes back in just about 2 weeks. He's working well. He's got to work under his belt off of that. And look at that stat. Second off of this type of layoff for Rodney. Perfect.
Yep.
5 for 5. I'll take that. The horse has plenty of bottom underneath him. Yeah, he's going to have to improve a little bit. I think he's going to step out one more step in this race. I like the 7 furlongs for him.
I didn't use him, but yeah, that was a good video there. He ran okay in the city of Laurel. Second off the layoff now for the 2 cord maker. You'll get a decent price, 4-1, good price there on the 2 cord maker. I go with the 10-1 shot on top here. The 5 Great Bulls of Fire. It's taken him 3 races to get back in good form, but he was a real good second last out in the Maryland Million Sprint, second behind the monster Lewisfield. Nobody was beating Lewisfield that day. Trevor McCarthy gets aboard today. McCarthy was aboard last out. This horse 1 for 1 going 7 furlongs. He won the Maryland Juvenile Fraternity back in 2016, beat Bonus Points and some other good horses in that race. This horse was real good at 2. It only ran 1 time as a 3-year-old. It's taken Hammy a few races to get him back in top form. I think the 5 Great Bulls of Fire sitting on a big race today, going 7 furlongs with Trevor McCarthy.
Yeah, he ran second a little bit by default last time. Not saying he didn't try. He was trying every step of the way. Nobody was going to beat Lewisfield in that group, and he kind of benefited and just kind of rolled up there for second. But he's second-time blinkers. They've never given up on this horse. He's shown some talent. Jockey Trainer teamed up for a price the other day, right? Your horse, Moon Virginia, at a big price. So, yeah, Great Bulls of Fire. I think in a race it's kind of devoid of any quality speed is going to be into the race early. Maybe Evil Monkey will go, the 4-horse here for Perkins. But the Great Bulls of Fire, interesting user in here. Divine Interventio, I think you've got to go to the 3 as well here for Lacey Gaudet. Took a little bit further off the pace at a mile, and I thought this horse was going to be last time. Comes back, shortening up a big effort. Look at that final time, 2 races back at the 7 furlongs, 22 and a tick. Divine Interventio, the move back to 7 is the right move here.
Yeah, 3 for 3 in the money here at Laurel Park. I like the 3 as well. So we both like the 7. Saratoga Bob, your Maryland Million Classic winner, gets Jevion Toledo aboard today for Katie Voss. Ran a big race in the Classic. 81 buyer, good spot for Saratoga Bob today, or a 3-time winner here at Laurel Park. 7 for 8 overall in the money.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a little bit further off the lead today than what he was right up on it. Took advantage of a softer pace. Dead game to the wire. Head he came back. Saratoga Bob certainly fits in here, making a move from mid-pack. Bolivar is kind of my bomb shot. He got good this time last year. He's 2 for 5 at 7 furlongs with a third. He's coming second off of a layoff. He kind of gets back to one of his better races, which you only have to improve a couple lengths, Dan. He's in the mix here at a big price.
All right, so nice 2 other than allowance feature to kick off the late daily double there in race 9. Let's take a look at race 10. Race 10, one of our features of the day, a big maiden special weight for 2-year-olds, going 6 furlongs here in race 10. The 7 Marco Island I didn't use. You have the 7 Marco Island in your exacta. We have a video spotlight. Let's show you that race from October 18th here at Laurel Park against Maiden 40,000. Marco Island claimed this day.
Yeah, the 3-horse that afternoon. Breaks okay, but you look at this very eventful opening quarter of a mile. Ends up steadying and checking. Here you go. He's going to be like 3 wide. Yeah, 3 deep in between horses, and then just some traffic. Has to steady out of traffic. Is a little bit rank under restraint. Drops well back. And then he comes back and makes a move at the end, dives to the end, wait for dark. Came back to run well. We're going to follow this again. We'll pick it up through the stretch. Here we go. Running about 6 now past the 8th pole, highlighted there in the yellow cap under a vigorous ride by Sheldon Russell. Drops to the inside and closes dead game that just missed to a key horse here. Wait for dark. Came back to run a 66 stand in that allowance race. Now we're going to go first off the claim, second-time blinkers with a cleaner break. This horse will have some finish. We know that. I think he warrants a little look here, moving back up to the maiden special weight ranks.
All right, I didn't use the 7. You get Weston Hamilton aboard for Mark Reed there. The 2 you have on top. Let's take a look, though, at the 3, though, first.
Okay.
The 3, Still Dreaming, a 2-year-old colt by Flatter. They paid $460,000 for this guy as a yearling at Keeneland. Why? Well, he's out of the dam seeking Gabrielle, who's only 1 for 7, made $7,900, but she's the dam of Kentucky Derby winner Nyquist. Nyquist made over $5.1 million, won 8 of 11 starts. So this colt a half to a Kentucky Derby winner, and another sibling that won as well from this mare. So West Point Thoroughbreds and Grand Motion have a real nice 2-year-old here by Flatter. They get Vargas aboard, some nice flashy bullet works up there at Fair Hill. The 3 Still Dreaming. A lot of hope here for this 2-year-old.
Oh, no doubt about it. The Flatters are okay. 16%. With the 2-year-old first-time starter sprinting on the dirt. That's a pretty strong percentage for the firsters there for the 2-year-old. Still Dreaming. Yeah, be interesting to see. Could he be another Nyquist?
All right,
It's
well,
gonna
let's
be tough.
take a look at your
Yeah.
top pick, the two
No
no-biz like
Mhm.
Jet Biz. You have a stat here for trainer Alan Goldberg, who has this 2-year-old colt by Fed Biz. Toledo will ride the two no-biz like Jet Biz.
I got a couple Goldberg horses on top today. Here we go. Past 2 years, Goldberg 3 for 14 and 8 for 14 in the money with 2-year-old first-time starters in the dirt. That's what I like. The ROI of 375 by Fed Biz. Fed Bizes have been doing just fine. They're like 18, 19% with the 2-year-old firsters. He's coming out of the box hot. Only a $10,000 stud fee. They bought this horse for $160,000 as a yearling out of a mare that there wasn't a whole lot there. So this horse must be a looker. Come back, check him. Come down to the paddock, check him out. Interesting here. I don't see a whole lot of Goldberg firsters around in Maryland. Do you? You don't see a ton on the dirt. So it's an interesting little, almost a stranger to me. So I'll use the two no biz like Jet Biz on top.
Now, though, the one mandatory payout was scratched, so the two no biz like Jet
Got
Biz
the rail.
going to have to break from the inside. The 9 here, Sky Magician, 9-2 morning line here for trainer Mike Trombetta. This 2-year-old by Street Magician, homebred for our Larry Johnson. He's done nothing wrong. 4 starts, 4 good seconds, second in the Maryland Million Nursery, now second last out in the slot. Now he gets first-time blinkers today. Caramanos, a nice big work last Saturday here at Laurel Park. The 9 Sky Magician should get a nice trouble-free stalking trip on the outside today.
Yeah, a little banging around at the mid-stretch last time out. The blinkers go on. Sky Magician was 1-2. I've got him lined at 9-2 today. I think this race is wide open. You got so many firsters that have some quality trainers. I can't take anything less than maybe 7-2 on Sky Magician if that's who you like. Even though you see 1-2 last time, that's value. He's going to make a move. I'm worried. He's got 4 straight seconds. Is he going to be that kind of horse that just doesn't want to get the job done? Another note. Here's a live first. The 8 Kieran. Doesn't usually deal with a whole lot of 2-year-old first-time starters. Stallion Run It. Never heard him. I'm not familiar with him at all, but he's had, I think, 1 winner out of 1 starter so far. I know he's got a winner early. The mare, 2 debut winners. They've also been 5 for 8 in the money. So there's some interesting breeding here that thinks that this. I might tell you this horse could run big right out of the box.
It's a nice maiden special weight. The 12 and the 13, they're well bred as well. So tab the early tote board here in race 10, maiden special weight for 2-year-olds to wrap up the day. That's it. We're out of time. Happy Thanksgiving. People coming in here for the early first race post time, 11:25. Come out, get your free pumpkin or apple pie for Thanksgiving. Go home. You'll be a hero. Happy Thanksgiving, Keith. Dave Robin coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.